Thank you for your help. Where you guys from?
I'm from Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah, Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
Yeah.
What do you like about your country?
My country.
What I like about my country is that Mexico is very loving. Like Mexican people are super friendly. You can go up to a random person and have a conversation and that no one finds it weird. Everyone kind of knows each other in small towns, and you always say good morning or good afternoon when you pass by strangers. I really like that about my country.
Nice.
Nice.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean, I think about America, I like the ambition, I think is the best feature. Just everyone believing that they can be great and trying really hard to be great.
And you guys live here or visiting Japan?
Yeah, we live here.
We live here now.
You guys live here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yutenji.
Oh, Yutenji. Speak Japanese?
I'm half Japanese, so I was born here originally. Well, I grew up in Los Angeles, so I moved when I was 2 years old. So I stopped speaking Japanese at 8 years old. But then I moved back here after high school for like 5年ぐらい. I'm from Ishikawa,
Okay.
Kanazawa.
Oh, beautiful city. So you guys met here?
No, we met in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
We,
Los
we
Angeles.
moved here 1 year ago.
1 year ago together.
Yeah. I always wanted to move back, and she loved Japanese culture and wanted to come to Japan.
Yeah. It was always my goal to live here. I never thought that it would happen this fast. It just kind of happened. It's really great. I like it a lot.
So you were raised with Japanese culture or?
A little bit. I lived with my mom. I was raised by my mom. But my dad loved Japan and speaks Japanese and stuff too. So, but you know, I was in America, so very American kid, I think.
How's life here?
Life here is really nice. It's very tranquil. It's very convenient to be in Japan. I think that you can pretty much get anything that you need in your neighborhood, which is kind of hard to do in America. You have to drive to the supermarket, or you have to, walk 30 minutes to the convenience store even, or like the drugstore. So it's really nice being here and having a good, reliable public transportation system. I think that makes it so nice to live here in Tokyo.
Yeah. Game changer. The infrastructure is amazing and clean and yeah.
You have to drive everywhere in the US.
That's horrible. Yeah. It's definitely horrible.
Yeah.
It's not good. It doesn't create community because having train stations and lots of stations that like Yutenji created the town once the station happened. And that's really beautiful, I think. Like the Obon Dori in Yutenji is like so beautiful. It's like out of a Ghibli movie, honestly.
Even in Tokyo, Yutenji is one of the best.
You think so?
Yeah, place. Yeah.
Yeah, we were looking for a place for I think 4 or 5 months, and we lived in Ebisu for a little while, just in a little apartment, like short stay. But then we lived in Mitaka for a little bit, and just trying to, and then adventure, try and find where is the best feeling. And Yutenji is like Kanazawa no machi, so that's pretty cool. Very grateful.
Anything surprise you?
I think how kind of difficult it is to make friends here or to be consistent with them.
Yeah, because I think, like I was saying with America's ambition, Japan still has an ambition, but I think overall Japanese people are a part of the whole. It's over 90% people here are Japanese. It's a different situation than America. So it creates a different society. And Japanese people, follow rules and are very on point,
Strict.
But I think a lot of rules, even though I think it's beautiful how coordinated everything is, if you go psychology deep in, rules is, you only have them kind of from fear. from like jail or whatever, right? And so I think that it's also a lot of casual fear in you know, someone talking to you randomly on the street, or you know, saying I don't want to hang out. You know, they'll just like, you know, maybe ignore you or be nice to you in front of you, when it's like, it's okay, you can be honest, it's okay, you know. But I think everyone is so a part of the machine and in order sometimes that they're holding themselves from their actual self. Yeah. And so sometimes it's like Americans make friends, it's like, if the vibe is right, you're my best friend already. Like, let's hang out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Whatever, let's hang out the day after. If it's a vibe, all good. Hit me up when you're done with work. Whatever. But like Japanese people have to plan everything. Even if they're like a weird, cool dressing, whatever, they still plan. Nanka, like 2 weeks ahead, 3 weeks, next month. It's like, I know you're not busy after work.
Like,
I know you're not busy. You're not busy after work. You could just come over, we can hang out for a little bit, then you can go home, you know?
Yeah.
But I think they hold, it's not their fault, you know? It's just how you were raised and stuff. But I just think that, yeah, could be a little bit more kiraku, a little more like, yeah, water.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you work here or student?
I was studying Japanese,
Oh.
so I'm part-time student and part-time remote, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she's studying
I'm a tattoo
tattooing.
artist.
Ah, okay. You have co-workers, Japanese co-workers?
No, I don't. I work from home right now.
That's
yeah,
why.
And
Well, it's freelance.
It's freelance. So I am trying to get more immersed. So I will be probably looking for some type of part-time job just so I can practice my Japanese more.
Yeah. How was your impression of Japan before visiting, coming?
My impression, I think just like everyone else, you know, it's very safe, it's very clean. People here are very friendly and nice. I mean, I grew up watching a lot of anime, and I just always thought that it was like, you know, like the Ghibli movies, very green, and it is just like the movies.
It is.
It's like I know it's simple, but when you watch an anime, you're like, oh my God, Japan actually looks like that. Like, it just seems so fantasy-like when you're watching it from like a different country.
Yeah.
Because your country doesn't look like that, and you get here and you're like, oh, okay, so it is true. It does look like
Yeah, she cried on the train while
I
we were just
did,
like watching. Like, it's, this is
Mm.
really Japan. And we came from Thailand. We lived in Thailand for 6 months before coming here.
Okay.
And that time, you know, we went to Vietnam for a little bit. And so when you're comparing and you get to see different society, there was so many things. I was like, baby, when we get to Japan, you'll see how nice it is.
Yeah.
You know, even just like in Thailand, in Bangkok, there's lots of dead ends. There's big, heavy streets and then little dead ends.
Yeah.
So you can't really go that way or that way. And simple, but because of the way Japan and Tokyo's city planning is beautiful
Yeah.
and really smart, one of the most efficient on earth, I think, you could just go, let's go that way. And then you could just go.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful. Back to the community. It creates like community, which is fun.
So I was there also for 3 months
Nice.
in Thailand,
Nice.
Bangkok and Chiang Mai. So
Same.
nice.
Yeah, Chiang Mai is
Chiang Mai.
our favorite.
Yeah.
Nature is beautiful.
Yeah. I think the nature is by far my favorite thing about Japan. It's
yeah.
I haven't seen it all. I've only been to Tokyo and Kanazawa, and I've been here
Little
for
Nagano.
a year, and a little bit of Nagano.
Nagano.
So there's still a lot for me to see.
You're also tattoo artist.
I'm dabbling. I'm an artist, like regular and digital also. I used to work in fashion, and so I do digital art and kind of like making apps and finance different stuff also.
You gonna go to other place to live, or you gonna stay here?
No, I think at the dream situation would be we keep the Utenji place no matter what, and then we can be other places sometimes, but I think Japan is the base.
Yeah.
Now I'm planning for like なんか古民家 みたいな in Kanazawa or
Yeah.
なんかOkutama, like a little bit in the forest. At some point, you know, you have to pick the right place.
Yeah.
Just so we can have the nature and the city, but I think like Utenji and Tokyo is like the best living situation.
Nice.
Least stress. First time I've had almost no stress in my life. Because America, I think everywhere, even Europe or even South America, the society is like coming at you all the time. And Japan, nothing is coming at you. You're able to, you know, exist.
Last question. What do you value the most in life?
What do you value?
I mean, love, period. Simple. Everything is love, even if you have money. You know, I know people with lots of money that don't have love. People think too much about money. Money is just a tool to create a system for more love. Just create a community and love people more.
Thank you so much. ありがとうございます。
Of course, どうも
Thank
ありがとう。